Konnichiwa. It's me again with another rubbish beer review. It's rubbish beer review time, guys. And today I have for you, I say for you, really it's for me, an Asahi. And this is a Japanese beer, which is why I started off with a Japanese welcome. And now, I don't know if this is like a real Japanese beer. You know, like with Foster's, it's popular in, say, the UK, but yet no one actually drinks it in Australia, even though it's supposedly an Australian beer. I don't really know, like I say, is this really popular in Japan? It may very well be. I've never been to Japan. What kind of strikes me about this beer? I mean, it's quite a well-known beer. Don't think I've ever drunk it before. It says dry, super dry in fact, so I'm not really sure what it means by dry, kind of a dry beer. I mean, it's a liquid, so it can't be that dry. Asahi beer is brewed from quality ingredients, excellent richness, refreshing, and satin smoothness. All year round you can enjoy the great taste of Asahi beer. Comes in at 5%, costs €3. Let's hope it's worth it. So yeah, I mean, it may just be kind of standard sort of lager, or it may offer something a little bit different, as the smell suggests. I really must get a new glass. I think I keep saying that, but I really will get a proper beer glass. But there we go, that's how much I can pour out at the moment. Poured out nicely. It does smell pretty decent. I like the smell of it. What can I say about the smell? It smells quite alcoholic-y, even though it's not. It's 5%. Let's give it a go. Well, it's certainly a bit different. Not quite sure I'd say it was dry. I really don't see how it can be dry, because it's a liquid, but let's give it another go. It's quite sort of tasty, if that makes sense. I would say quite tasty. You can really kind of feel the sort of crispness with a hint of bitterness, and I would say it's got, I think I see where they come from when they say dry. When you kind of drink it, there's a sort of interesting taste and texture, feel to it. I think I see I know what they're kind of saying in a way, but I can't really explain it. It's pretty good. It's like fairly distinctive, quite easy to drink. It's quite crisp, but it's only sort of, the taste just sort of kind of stops flat. Not in a bad way. There's kind of not much of an aftertaste going on, perhaps. Quite corny, bit of corn. Overall, a fairly decent beer, this. Fairly decent, I would say. And as it says, it's a beer for all seasons. You can drink it in the summer, the winter, autumn and spring. Why wouldn't you? Yeah, pretty decent. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 for the Asahi Dry. Now, like I say, I don't know anything about this beer really, so I'm going to just find out about it now, see what ratings it gets, and I'll be back with you very shortly, guys. Okay, young'uns, I'm back, and I've noticed the beer's only got a 5 out of about, what, 100. So, yeah, it hasn't done too well there with people on Rate Beer. One thing I have noticed is a really long review by somebody here in a lot of detail. They've said it's dry, as in crisp, with no sweetness in the taste. So that's kind of what I was trying to emphasise without kind of having the right words. Light and not much aftertaste. Note, I did say not much of an aftertaste, and a proper beer reviewer agrees with me. See, I do know my stuff, perhaps. Okay, what else can I see here? Faint aroma. Okay, let's move on. Someone says it's terrible, well that's in Spanish. What else? There's another Spanish one. Aroma of corn. Corn rice. Yeah, aroma of corn. Well, I say it tastes of corn. If it smells of corn, it probably tastes like it too. An absolute legend. Completely tasteless. Easy to drink. It's not tasteless, come on. That's harsh. And just finally, one quick look on the second page. And we have here... Let's have a look. Slight bitter finish. I mentioned the bitterness. Typical mass market lager, but without the adjust aftertaste. Label says super dry, but it's far from dry. But yeah, I think that's the kind of the key, maybe selling point with this beer, if you like. It hasn't really got an aftertaste. So, you know, I think my review was pretty spot on, considering I'm rubbish at reviewing beers. So that's the end of today's rubbish beer review. It's an 8 out of 10 for the Asahi Super Dry. One last thing, please watch my next rubbish beer review, as it will be a little bit different. That's all I'm going to say at this moment. It's going to be a little bit different. You have to wait and see for what I mean by that. So guys, thank you for watching rubbish beer reviews. Goodbye.